My name is B. Puranen. I've been involved in the World Value Survey for more than 30 years, and it's been an adventure from day one, and it still is. Think about everything we have achieved by meeting people, seeing how they use the value data that we have in interpretations from the UN to schools all over the world. That's been fantastic. And the privilege to work with people like Ron England, Chris Wells, Pippa Norris, and many, many more people. One of the important parts with the World Value Survey is that it's a member-driven organization. It's a true network of people engaged in their local community, but also in the common good for the whole organization. We have also developed hubs, regional hubs for the presence. Most of our interviews are face-to-face and still will continue to be face-to-face, even if we also make some checks with the web, etc. But I'm responsible for the Northern European hub, which means 10 countries, including the Nordic countries. Serving as Secretary General for the World Value Survey for more than 20 years means responsibility for external relations and communication, and also to support people when it comes to the PIs, when it comes to fundraising, to seek funding for the different countries, which is quite time-consuming. My own research is on gender issues, gender and epidemiology. I did my doctoral thesis on tuberculosis, and I've been continuing using the World Value Survey also when it comes to the AIDS situation, not at least in Africa, but also now the COVID-19 situation. But most of all, during this wave 7, I've been working with the migrants and trying to catch values of migrants. Social values and norms with the migrants are poorly covered in most social survey research. And our survey, the World Value Survey, is unfortunately not an exception from that. So during this wave, we started a project. We have interviewed 8,000 non-European migrants coming to my country, that is Sweden. How do values change when people move from country of origin to country of destination? What happens over time? Let's look at some maps that we have developed based on the maps, could say today almost iconic maps, the culture maps developed by Ron England and Chris Wells. So based on the indices in these maps, with exactly the same methodology, we have then added on migrants. So you have the country of origin, where they come from, then the value, you have the country where they come to, in my case, Sweden, and then how they change these different sets of values. Have a look at these maps. The first map you see resembles the cultural map, as you can see, where you have the freedom development on the x-axis and you have going from religious to secular on the y-axis. And then you can see all the different countries that we have in the culture map, the culture map. And then you can see 3 blue dots. These are 3 countries where we have beautiful time series in the countries themselves of the population. And then the orange dots you can see, that's migrants coming from the 7 most important in size countries coming to Sweden. And you can see that these blue dots then change into orange. That is the people who have migrated from that country and to Sweden. And you can see how the values, overall values, have changed, how they get influenced by the new country they come to. Let's narrow down to 2 of the sub-indices that's developed within the World Value Survey. We will look at the quality and we will look at choice. First, second map here, you can see that's equality. You can see how people change their attitudes to equality. And equality, that is how you look upon women's chances to take a job, to get education, to get into business or whatever, and how this changed quite fast actually when they come to a country like Sweden. Yes, I know Sweden is an outlier, but it also means that the socialization process, the impact of the people coming is quite strong, because you see people, you see men going with their kids being out, delivering them to daily childcare, etc., etc. The next map, choice, measures attitudes to family values in a sense. It's about whom to marry when. It's about divorce, if you would like to divorce. Abortion is a very sensitive issue, and homosexuality. And here you can see there is no movement at all. It's all white on the other side, because people do not change these values. So here is a problem when we talk about integration. If we want people to be tolerant to homosexuality, letting people divorce if needed, abortion if needed, if decided by themselves, should it be their choice, or is it someone else making the choice? So with these maps you can see and focus on what kind of problems do we have when it comes to integration. And in the next phase, which we are doing now, we use a model where we continue to go in depth into get an understanding of the processes of inclusion of people into a new society. Another project supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, BMGF, concerns gender issues and sexual and reproductive health rights, SRHR, and the importance of how you develop communities so that young girls can continue to go to school and postpone getting children, which is the basis for their engagement in this. We did a battery on these issues, and it's been tested on Nigeria, and you will have it in the Wave 7. We also did it for Zimbabwe and for Ethiopia, and Rwanda is forthcoming when the COVID-19 situation is cleared out. We have also developed a part for India, where we start already with the adolescents from age 15 and onwards, so we can capture also the young girls and what is these very important years for the development and the chances for the young girls. All these are examples of how we continue to develop the World Value Survey. There are many, many more projects that are also presented. And the future, to look for how we can be better and better and better on capturing values and social norms, and how they are the driving force for development all around the world. I'm so much looking forward for us working together on this, continuing now planning for the 8th wave. Thank you.